Sup guys, it's Trash Toku. I am supremely excited to be here to talk to you about Fuuto PI episode 4. An actual really great episode. I think my favorite right now, but it could change. So yeah, let's talk about it. We start the episode off with Tokime arriving to the detective agency and pretty much straight up start arguing with Philip and the way he talks to her with his specific phrasing. At the same time, both Akiko and Shotaro are talking to their client, Maji P, producer of a very popular mobile game. His job for Shotaro is to bodyguard the idol that is pretty much the mascot of the game, because Boxsoft has recently gotten death threat letters threatening to do something at the 3rd anniversary event. In the room with them there is Moromochi. She is the lead developer of the game, but also putting more eyes on the game, she created the idol that became the mascot of the game. After Maji P makes her reveal herself to Akiko and Shotaro that she is the mascot. Moromochi doesn't really want to do it anymore, but she's being forced to do it. Shotaro returns to the agency and tries to mitigate between Tomike and Philip unsuccessfully. Funniest part about it, both Tomike and Philip's reason to dislike each other are the same. In the 3rd year anniversary event for the game, Maji P is not there. Moromochi doesn't really want to go out there and perform, but something happened and she just flip on a switch and she's going full idol mode, singing the theme of the game and having a pretend fight with one of the enemies of the game. But suddenly a Dopan attacks and Shotaro and Tomike comes to the idol's rescue. But the Dopan sticks Shotaro to the wall while taking the idol to the roof of the stadium. Shotaro requests from Tomike to pull out his Stag Beetle phone to turn it to the Stag Beetle gadget, while he explained the entire idea of the memory gadgets. Both Shotaro and Tomike gets to the roof. Tomike gets the duty of protecting the idol, while Shotaro and Philip transform into Kamen Rider Double. Double and the Dopan starts fighting. Philip deduces that the Dopan is based on a very ancient mosquito, and he advised against close quarter combat against him. Aurora Dopan is watching the battle on top of a rooftop and actually gives a really great explanation for a lot of new fans about the powers that each half of Double have, and also giving us glimpses of not only Fang Joker but also Double Extreme. Before Double thinks they finished the fight, something happened. The Dopan's eyes turn red and suddenly something happens to gravity, make everybody heavier. Double switches from Cyclone Trigger to Cyclone Metal and starts fighting it with the one type of combat that Philip actually said they shouldn't fight the Dopan with, and that is close quarter combat. At the same time, something happened to Tomike. She hears a noise that makes her follow it to the Aurora Dopan, making the idol exposed to the Dopan's attack because Akiko can't move. Luckily, before the Dopan can hit the idol, Double steps in with the metal shaft and perform the metal breaker on the Dopan, but not only his memory doesn't break, he just runs away. Philip tries to question Tomike for her action, but Shotaro calms him down and he tells Akiko that because of the big attack, the police are going to be involved, and he asks from her that her husband, Terry Ryu, would take his job to bodyguard the idol. Suddenly, he collapses in Tomike's arms and we see that Shotaro took the brunt of the attack from the Dopan. So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Something about it kind of felt way more like a Kamen Rider Double episode than any other episode of Fuuto PI. I don't know why, but it just kind of felt like it. I really liked how this show explains not only the memory gadgets, but also Double's many forms to pretty much new audiences. I'm really interested in the entire dynamic between Tomika and Philip and how it's going to work for the rest of the season, because we see him actually working on Pink's stag beetle gadget. And also I really like the hard-boiled diary thing in the end of the credits. Last 3 episodes weren't really interesting, but this one was kind of funny. It was pretty much a Freaky Friday situation with Shotaro and Philip, and when they encounter the Rodopan, they try to transform, but they accidentally make an X instead of a W, and weirdly just Kamen Rider X shows up and he rides away while Philip shouts set up, set up, set up. And it was fun. I don't know, it's something kind of different for like Rider fans that knows Kamen Rider X, so that's cool. I'm excited for next week's episode because we're going to see Teddy Ryu finally, and probably Kamen Rider Axel, because right now we just saw him in the opening, so seeing him in action and hearing his voice would be great. So yeah, thank you very much. I'll bid you all adieu. Goodbye, good night, have a nice one.